Hey guys, what is up? It is Bibs7 here again, and welcome to another RuneScape 3 vlog here today. In this video, I'm going to be talking about pretty much everything that I missed in my little hiatus that I took there. It was about, I guess, a month and a half or so where I haven't been uploading videos as I haven't really been playing the game a whole lot. Gotten into playing a bit of League with a group of friends of mine, which has been something I've done quite a bit, but I've also recently started a new position at my job that's been taking up a bit of my time as I'm getting into it, but I'm probably going to be getting back into playing the game again here. It's kind of just something I feel like I take a break in the winter pretty often, like maybe once every 2 years or so. I'll take like a few months at least at the winter time around there and just take a little break off. Play a lot of Steam games as well during this time. I've also actually been playing quite a bit of VR as well. Got quite a few new VR games that I've been getting into, which has been fun. But anyways, enough about that stuff. Like I said, I'm just going to go over pretty much everything that I've missed in the interim between my last video and now, as far as I can remember and see about it on the news posts and stuff. So yeah, as far as I know, the last thing I really talked about was in I think it was in January when they were still doing that event in the Lumbridge Crater, if I remember correctly. And God, that just seems like an absolute eternity ago to me. Oh, I see. I did make a video on the Heartstealer quest in February, so that was my last one that I've made. So we'll start from there. And then, it's pretty much just going to be a long rambly type of video, not a whole lot to see on the screen, just to sort of get back into it and go over the updates that I missed out on and give my thoughts on what's upcoming here in the next couple of weeks or so. So yeah, we did have that new Heartstealer quest, which I still haven't actually done. Again, I'm pretty sure it was a small, simple little random quest for the just for the Valentine's Day as a sort of event thing. But one thing that they gave us some insight on after that, a few days after that in the same week, is the avatar refresh project that they're working on. And this is something that people have wanted for quite a long time. I mean, look at the player character that I have here. I mean, it's pretty ugly looking just in general. Like all the player characters are the very obvious like polygons all over it is it's pretty out of date with something like, you look at this little Solak pet, looks way better than my character model by far. So they are working on bringing the player characters up to a higher standard, which is good to see. I assume it's going to take quite a long time for this to actually come out, since obviously there's so much that goes into it, considering all of the equipment that you have to account for that people can wear, and then all the cosmetics. It's going to be quite the project, I'm sure. But they did show us some teaser clips of it, and it looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that personally. Looking forward to seeing it come into the game eventually, bringing a very important part of it up to a more modern standard. But again, it's just a cosmetic change at the end of the day, which is, unfortunate, because it is a huge amount of work, and we are not getting as much content as would be ideal, especially given the recent events. But we'll get into that when we come to it. But yeah, the player avatar refresh looking like it'll be pretty cool when that comes out. And then they had the double XP event. Again, they still haven't changed the name off of Double XP Live, which is just an absolutely stupid name for an XP event, because whenever you see that name, you're going to think it's live right now, even though that's rarely the case when they're posting about it. So yeah, that's pretty troll of them to have not changed that yet. But yeah, don't think there was actually anything that came out on that week. Oh, there was nothing really that came out in the patch notes either. So that was a bit of a nothing week just for the double XP. The week following that, though, they came out with the Azanadra quest, which is a quest I haven't done either, but it is a decently high level, 70 divination, 58 in archaeology, prayer, and agility. So, pretty decent requirements for that, and I will be doing it probably pretty soon just to give it a shot. Maybe I'll make a guide on it, I don't know. I mean, it's a bit late now for that since it came out about a month ago, but still could do it. But cool to see that they're doing a bit more quests this year so far. This one has 3 quest points attached to it. And unlock the knowledge to restore the Pontifex observation ring. Who knows what that means? But overall, I mean, I think people were happy with it from what I saw on Reddit. I was still lurking around on Reddit reading the thoughts of people and stuff like that. So I'm glad to see that that they're doing more quests. I really want to see some more Elemental Workshop at some point. That would be my dream, but unlikely to happen, to be honest with you. Well, I mean, I think they're going to do it eventually, but not anytime soon as far as I understand it based on what they've said. But yeah, the Aznadra quest again, like, since I haven't done it, I can't really give too many of my thoughts on it, so I'll probably circle back on that at some point in a later video to talk about how I actually feel about the quest itself. But overall, just glad to see that sort of thing is something they're focusing on. And then let's see, Old School RuneScape came out on Steam. I feel the same way about that as I did about RS3 coming on Steam. If it brings more players, great. I don't really care about the games being on Steam. It doesn't change anything for me. I don't see why I would switch to playing on Steam. I have no incentive to do that when I can just stay on the client I've been using and not have to have Steam loaded up whenever I want to play. And then we have March, and as far as I can tell, March has been nothing but issues since the very first day. So on March 1st, there was an update, and that included Ninja Strike number 20. So let me see what was involved in that. There's a new Yak track that's going on as well. Ooh, this model with the animation looks pretty good on the update page. Looks pretty good actually. I feel like the news posts in general, or at least like the graphics that they've been doing, have been upped in quality a bit, at least in my opinion. Oh yeah, I remember I was reading about this. For some reason, they added like a new low-level Slayer master or something. Yeah, and they also switched Vanica and the guy in Canifis, Mazchna, I don't know how you say his name. So that Vanica is for level 30 combat and above, and Mazchna is level 50 combat and above, which makes sense. I mean, Vanica is easier to access than the other guy, considering he's in Canifis. And, well, actually, they also moved Vanica out of the Edgeville dungeon. This was something I was kind of unhappy to see because they kind of did a double nerf almost. Where's my... Do I have a Slayer cape? Yeah. So something that you used to use the Slayer cape for a lot was for clues. You would go to Vanica, and that would take you, obviously, if we go to the map, take you down to the Edgeville dungeon where he used to be. Can I not? Okay. Which would take you... Where was he? He was like right around here, I think. And then you could just go through this little crawl thing and dig here for that hard clue. Now you can't do that anymore because it takes you right here. So you'll have to go down through here and walk. I don't know if there's some other quicker way, but that is pretty annoying that they kind of nerfed your one of the ways to do that clue by bringing him up here. I guess he's just easier to access for Slayer tasks as well. But then for some random other reason, I guess because they wanted to consolidate the teleport into one, they brought Mandareth out here as well. And I personally would use this teleport on my Iron Man for rune crafting. I would teleport to Mandareth and it would put me like right here and make me closer to the bank, so I don't have to worry about glory charges, and it's even quicker and faster and closer to the bank than a glory. So double nerf there, a rune crafting teleport and a clue scroll teleport moved into a place that's not that useful. I guess it's a slightly quicker way to get to the evil ledge clue where you dig here. But definitely not worth losing the other 2 teleports in my opinion. Sad to see they didn't revert that. I saw a lot of people were complaining about it, but yeah, looks like that is there to stay. But yeah, I don't understand. So Jacqueline is in Lumbridge, and I guess I'll go check this out. I haven't gone to see it. No longer will low-level Slayers have to traipse all over Gielinor to complete their tasks. They'll be right on their Slayer Master's doorstep. So I guess she only will give tasks around Lumbridge is what it says, and she is right here. Jacqueline. Got a big frickin' axe going on. So yeah, that's for you people who are like level 1 Slayer, I guess. How many of you there are, who's to say? But yeah, that is there now for whatever reason. They've also made changes to low-level Slayer tasks to make them more enjoyable, they say. I guess that's a good thing. Most people I know, I guess obviously this is people who maybe are on alt accounts, but I feel like if someone is new to the game and is sort of actually learning about the best ways to do things, I mean, doing early Slayer through Reaper tasks is 10 billion times more efficient than doing any of the low-level tasks, which is a pretty big waste of time. But let's see. They've also improved the teletab creations, I guess. So the better lectern you have, the faster you will create them, I guess is what it says here. And they also updated the Managing Miscellanea Kingdom rewards interface. So yeah, that is, I think, all there is there. You can now use Vengeance Group when no one else can benefit from it. That's actually a good one right there. So like sometimes if you're using Vengeance Group, which if you're doing group PVM, you should generally do, just to give it a bit more DPS on people that are like I'm talking about. If you're using Vengeance at all, you should just use Vengeance Group in group PVM in case it hits some of your teammates, gets just that little bit more damage, and it's the same spell if it doesn't get on anybody else. But an issue with it before was like if you're absent-mindedly doing something and you don't notice you already have a Vengeance on you and you tried to switch to Lunars to cast it, you would get stuck on Lunars, like if you're maging, and that could mess you up. So that's nice that they've allowed that to just be cast again and not worry about getting stuck on Lunars. Other than that, I don't think there was anything else in these patch notes that was too important to mention. But yeah, from then on, they have had these really big issues with the servers. There's a lot of server crashing and server login issues for several days, as far as I know. And then after that, when people were able to log in, there was some weird things with people's accounts where they were either rolled back, or I'm not sure exactly all the things that have happened, but they were like rollbacked, or there was weird things going on. Their stats were reset. I don't know. And they still haven't gotten any fixing for it, and they've postponed all game updates until they can get a fix, which is pretty wild. I mean, I can't remember the last time something has been this big of an issue and lasted this long to basically just stop all game updates until it's fixed. However, they do say that they're going to be covering any membership or RuneMetrics subscriptions on impacted accounts. So I guess that's a good thing. I really don't know how something this crazy can end up happening, but yeah, there's still some people who can't log in at all. Those who are affected are needing to, not log in so that Jagex can try and fix all their things and get it all sorted out for them. Just overall, quite a crazy issue that's been going on. So pretty wild. They say that they're going to be bringing out the account integrity beta on Tuesday, March 23rd. So in the beta, some of the people who have had the issue will be able to log in and check over your account, make sure it's as you expect it to be, and then providing feedback. So I mean, it's definitely a big job. I don't know exactly how many people are affected, but there are quite a few. Thankfully, none of my accounts had any issue with it. I'm not sure if there was anything that would have caused you to get the issue specifically, or if it's just random which accounts it ended up affecting. But overall, definitely sucks for a lot of people who aren't able to log in. And they had postponed the game updates. They did propose bringing back game updates starting on Monday, but people really objected to that, which I can understand. I don't really feel strongly either way about it. Like, if they think that doing game updates would not detract from the already ongoing effort to get the people's accounts fixed, I don't have a problem with it. But if they would be moving resources off of the issue to do these regular game updates, they definitely should not do that. So yeah, I mean, there's not a whole lot to say about it. It's just like, Jesus, man, how does this type of thing happen? It is crazy, and I definitely feel for all the people that are affected by it. The only other thing then is to talk about the new bosses, I guess, that are going to be coming out. They were slated to be released like 2 weeks ago now, on the 8th of March, I believe. And that was when I was going to make my sort of return from my hiatus, but the issues started happening, and they've since delayed the update. I believe it's going to be the first update whenever the updates do return, this new boss encounter. So I'm looking forward to giving it a shot. It is the Rex Matriarchs, and it's basically the Rexes on Anachronia, you know, the Bagrada Rex, Pavosaurus Rex, and the Corbicula Rex. I remember them all. Look at me. There's basically going to be, I guess, big versions of them, and it's going to be similar in a way to Dagonoth Kings. People are kind of comparing it to that a lot, and it's also got ring-related drops that are you need the Dagonoth King rings to create. So it definitely makes sense that they would be drawing parallels between them. So yeah, there's going to be 3 of them basically, and you're going to be able to fight them all at once or individually, or 2 at a time, whatever you want to do. And I'm not sure exactly if there's going to be like differing. Sorry about a little stutter there, a little bit rusty on the commentary, but not sure if there's going to be differing rewards depending on how many you take on at a time, or how it's going to work in that regard. But definitely looking forward to giving it a try. It's not meant to be a super high level boss as far as I understand. It's going to be like a medium level one, probably easier than Raksha, I would assume. But still, it'll be cool to try out, and a nice thing to tide us over until Elder God Wars Dungeon comes out, hopefully later this year, fingers crossed. But yeah, basically what these are going to be dropping are these different hearts that can be combined with each of the Dagonoth King rings, and you need 10 of each of the Dagonoth King rings for each one of these items. And basically they're new best in slot buff rings for all the different styles. So the range one gives 30 range strength, and if you don't know the different ones, I think the Ring of Death here gives 25 in all stats. Some Surge Ring gives 21, and I know, sorry for the typing, but I know you can imbue the Ring of Death to get a little more stats out of it. The imbued one has 27.7 in all stats, but so the range ring will have 30 range strength, so a little bit more than the imbued Ring of Death, but also 5 prayer bonus, and will grant 3% critical strike chance when using a bow, so a slight additional buff there for range. For the magic one, you will get 30 magic strength, and then a 4% stacking critical strike chance per hit during magic channeled abilities, mainly Asphyxiate, and I guess Smoke Tendrils you could consider. The warrior ring one will give 30 melee strength bonus, and 5 prayer bonus, and 3% critical strike chance against bleeding targets. That one is pretty much, in general, almost the same as the range one, because if you're doing a proper melee rotation, your target will very, very often be bleeding with extended dismember. And the Berserker Ring one gives plus 27 to all stats, so the same or close to the same as the Imbued Ring of Death. Also 5 prayer bonus and 25 armor bonus, and also grants a 5% increased critical strike chance, but gives you minus 5% accuracy. So that one, I guess, I'm not sure if an additional 2% critical strike chance against all targets is better than the plus 3 strength bonus you would get on the other items, but that one's an interesting one. Gives you more a crit for less accuracy. And there will also be Laniakia's Spear dropping from them. You'll need 4 pieces to get that completed, and it's a tier 82 spear that gives you tier 90 damage but only tier 75 accuracy, so a good thing to use for slayer tasks, I guess. Would be nice to have for that, is a lower tier or lower cost and lower tier alternative to a scythe or something like that. So yeah, a pretty cool one. And it also gives 5% increased poison damage and an additional 5% chance to apply weapon poison if you have it active. So that's pretty cool. And of course, they'll each have a boss pet that you'll need to get as well. And of course, this is going to be on Anachronia, as you can expect, so even more stuff going there. I expect them to, I don't know, I'd assume they'd probably want to move away from after this, since there's so much there now. They recommend 70 in each combat skill and tier 70 gear, so yeah, it's definitely not going to be the most high-level thing, but looking forward to it, and going to be interesting to see how those rings shake up things, if at all. But looking forward to that update. I'll definitely be making some day one videos, as I usually do on those bigger combat updates, making guides and stuff like that for you guys to check out and enjoy. And yeah, I think that's just going to be about it for this video, you guys. I hope you all did enjoy it. Again, apologies for my little hiatus. I mean, we all have these sorts of things where we maybe get busy IRL or doing other things and take a little break from the game, but always end up coming back to play again before too long. I really need to get my completionist cape back on this account. What do I need at this point? All right, I just quickly want to check what you could have told me. You gotta do those few quests. Gotta do a bunch of stuff. I'm way behind. Dinosaurs. Yeah, I'm not 120 archaeology or farming. Blah blah blah. All right, so I gotta do a bunch of stuff to get this comm kit back. Probably work on that in the next couple of weeks. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Once again, let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Were you affected by this login lockout issue? If so, my condolences. Hopefully they get this sorted out by the end of the month at least, and we can get things back to normal. I should be back on my weekly uploads at the very least, depending on what other things end up being released during the weeks and stuff. I might come out with more. Still working on a little thing that I want to finish before revealing. You guys can definitely look forward to that. It's probably going to be a while though, so don't get too hyped. I'm sure you can barely contain yourself right now given all the details I'm dishing out, but something's coming in the future that I think will be pretty cool to have available to make videos on at the very least. Anyways, I'm going to stop rambling now. Thank you all again for watching. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.